The monumental scale of the destruction suffered by Europe's Jewish population is commemorated at Yad Vashem in the Valley of the Lost Communities.
On these walls are inscribed the names of something in the region of 5,000 separate Jewish communities that were lost during the war. And over the last 10 or 15 years, in all the traveling I've made in Europe, East and West, I have been to many of these places and performed, at that time totally unaware of the fact that there once was an extremely active, vibrant Jewish community here, contributing to every aspect of the life of that town or village. The size of some of these stones, I just want to have it actually.
An awe-inspiring place, isn't it?
It really is.
The Jewish communities in Europe looked so permanent, after all, one way or another. They had been there for 1,000 years plus. And if you were a member of one of those communities, you had the sense that not only were, as it were, your ancestors always there, but somehow your descendants will be there as well, until some kind of a messianic redemption. There arose this extraordinary evil movement which was dedicated to the extermination of the Jews. And the truth is that in most of Europe, there are no more Jewish communities. Take the town where I come from. It was a small town, very pretty town. I think it was a wonderful town. It had about 25,000 people live in it, of whom 15,000 were Jews. It was a Jewish town. And almost overnight, our community and the communities, the smaller ones in the neighboring villages, all brought them into a sort of temporary ghetto in the local brick factory. And then the trains, day in and day out, coming in and taking us into Auschwitz, Birkenau. When the war ended, I understand there are no more than about 700 who have survived. And here I am, an aging person, and actually I am the youngest person to have survived from our town.
Rabbi Hugo Gryn's mother survived the war, but his father and 11-year-old brother Gabi died. Along with all of his classmates, Gabi was murdered in Auschwitz-Birkenau.
As long as I will live, I will never understand and certainly will never be able to come to terms with the fact that 1.5 million little children were systematically poisoned and burnt to ashes. How do you do that? Who does that? How do you let it happen? I often hear the question, where was God in Auschwitz? And actually, it's the wrong question. The real question has to be, where was man in Auschwitz? What happened to humanity?